Okay, this is Unit 1, Formative 1, 1.7, Part 1. We'll do Part 2 later, but this is the distributive property. So let's look at what that means. Okay, here we see that we have A times the quantity B plus C, and it says that this is going to equal AB plus AC. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're distributing this A across both our B and C. So we have A times the B and then A times the C. And notice that that's our result. If we look over here, we have A times B. Remember, if they're right next to each other, that means times, plus A times C. Okay? Okay, let's try to simplify the expressions here. So here we have 2 times the quantity x plus 3. Okay, so if we distribute this 2 to both the x and the 3, we're going to multiply it times x. We'll have 2x plus 2 times 3. Well, 2x, we're just going to leave that as 2x, 2 times x. But 2 times 3 we know is 6. Okay, so here we'll have 2x plus 6 is the answer. For number 2, we have negative 3 times the quantity m plus 2. So if we distribute this negative 3 to our m and our 2, we'll have negative 3 times m plus negative 3 times 2. Okay? So negative 3 times m, that can just be negative 3m. And then we'll have plus negative 3 times 2. Well, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So negative 6 there. And then we know that if we have plus a negative, we can write that as just minus. All right, so we'll write this as negative 3m minus 6. All right, let's do a couple more. We have negative 5 times the quantity negative 2 minus x. So we're going to distribute this negative 5 here. So we'll have negative 5 times negative 2. And then notice here, instead of having addition, we have subtraction. All right, so it's negative 2 minus x. So here we are looking at this as negative 5 times negative x. So negative 5 times negative x is actually going to be a positive 5x. Okay, because a negative times a negative is a positive. All right, so now we have negative 5 times negative 2. We can simplify that, and negative times a negative, like we just talked about, is a positive. So we'll have positive 10 plus 5x. Okay, and we'll leave it like that. And then number 4, we have negative times the quantity negative 3p plus 4. Okay, this one looks a little funny, doesn't it? Well, this negative, we can actually think of that as a negative 1, okay? So think about putting a 1 right there. And then if we go ahead and distribute that negative 1, we have negative 1 times negative 3p. So negative 1 times negative 3p plus negative 1 times 4. Okay? So if we simplify this, we'll have negative 1 times negative 3p. Negative times a negative is a positive, positive 3p, plus the negative 1 times 4 is just negative 4. Okay, again, we can write this as, since it's plus a negative, we can write it as just minus. So we'll have 3p minus 4 for our answer. Okay, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.